Can I see the chat too? Can I see this thing?
That's the group chat. I usually just open up the actual YouTube video. You are live, brother.
As soon as I could see it, I'll believe it.
What's going on, everybody? Look at there's rainbows and sunflowers and sunshine. TJ's been drinking. He's got some unicorns up in the chat.
As soon as I can see it, I'll believe it.
What's going on? Sunshine? TJ's been drinking. He's got some unicorns up in the chat.
As soon as I can see it, I'll believe it. I got a feedback loop going on over here.
Might need to mute that one.
All right, so here we go. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to my live stream. And I am joined tonight by, introduce yourself, brother.
Hey, everyone. It's Matt, a.k.a. Thanatos, and we are here for you.
We have had some major technical glitches, mostly because I'm old and cannot figure out how to use technology properly. So Matt was over there trying to give me a tutorial on various things, and we finally got it to work. But we want to welcome you guys. There are a lot of you guys here. Let's run through this thing real quick. Who's all here? We got TJ Watson. How you doing, brother? Steve Waterman. John's Comics with Kids. Who else is here? Tracy, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Candy Graham, man, is here. Long Box Love Affair. How you doing, brother? It's always good to see you. And then DS Comics is here as well. And I think DS Comics likes your Green Lantern T-shirt over there, Matt.
I almost wore an X-Men sleeveless shirt, but I'm going to save that. I'm going to make you eat your words after this comic war.
So here's the thing. First, I need to rewind on a couple of things that I heard earlier today while watching your videos. I think you said Star Trek is trash, or was it garbage? I can't remember.
This is accurate.
Oh, dude. So sitting there driving down the street watching this live feed with you and Melody, and I'm like, oh, they're having a good time. That's fun. And then you start talking trash about Star Trek. I couldn't believe it.
Look, Longbox Love Affair agrees. It is. I'm assuming that's what he's responding to, but let's be real here. We all know. Are you a Star Trek fan?
Yes, man. That is one of my favorite shows, brother.
I'm so sorry.
I literally watched the original Star Trek back from the pilot episode. I watched it all again. That's how much of a Trekkie I am.
Wow.
I knew Next Generation is probably my favorite out of them all. Jean-Luc Picard.
You and that's Melody's favorite as well. You have something that you can talk to her about because I know nothing. Star Wars all day.
I like her more and more, and you less and less. I'm gonna just throw it out there.
Soon it'll be her channel, not mine.
Because she started on the thing, and I was like, "Where is Matt?" She was like, "I killed him." I was like, "Ooh, good move." Yeah.
Yep.
All right, who is this? DS Comics says he loves Star Trek, the originals, no doubt. The Green Girl with Captain Kirk. Amazing storytelling over there. That's where it all started for me.
I can't get into it. I think that's the same way with a lot of like older classic movies. I can follow the storyline, but when it comes to like how cheesy Star Trek is and them fighting aliens and stuff, and you're just like, this is terrible. Like.
It is definitely cheesy. There's no power. But that's the cheese factor is part of the brilliance of it. You know what I'm saying? Because what Gene Roddenberry was trying to do is to basically say we are all in this together, right? Regardless of what we look like and who we might appear to be on the outside, right? We are all in this thing together, right? And then the cheese factor is just the nature of the characters, you know? William Shatner is a cornball. There's no doubt about that one. That's why Jean-Luc Picard is my favorite.
The only thing I remember do you ever, there used to be a website when I was younger called You're the Man Now Dog. It was like YTMN. And like the only thing that was on that website was a video of a song that would repeat over and over again. It would be like Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. And it was so catchy. And anytime I could like get on someone's computer and like I would put that website up. So as soon as they like logged in, that's what they got.
Tracy asked if it's okay to like Star Trek and Star Wars. I don't know, brother. It's like, you know, Ford or Camaro, or what is it, Ford and Chevy? I don't think those two things go together. I really don't.
Water and vinegar. Get out.
But if you like them, if you like both, Tracy, more power to you, brother. I have never met There's another. John's Comics with Kids says he has love for both. He thinks both are great. I guess it goes back to our argument, Matt, just the basic stuff, the DC versus Marvel, the fundamental difference between the two.
That is correct.
But I think it is actually that point that brings us to where we are right now, which is a video where we are going to talk about comic war, Thanatos Comics versus RegieCollects. That is what brings us together right now, is the differences between us. We are going to face off, and we are going to have, hopefully have a lot of fun doing so. Matt?
That is very accurate. So actually, I had this idea a while back that it would be fun to have comic YouTubers kind of go versus each other. And obviously it's a little difficult because everyone's different places, and all that. But Comics with Bueller actually had a video with his special guest where they both had gotten hauls, and they like one by one showed the books, and then the people watching were able to vote on who won that kind of like almost like a game of war. I don't know, it's like a deck of cards game of war where you flip up two random cards, and whoever has the higher card wins. So we are going to emulate that, and we are going to make it comic book oriented. So, and yeah, I guess, I mean, it literally is just that, comic book war, and it'll be up to the viewers to decide who is the victor.
I think it's actually a really good idea. Matt had been chasing me down for a couple of weeks trying to tell me about this idea. And I was just caught up in other things, primarily work, and just couldn't really focus on it. But he was persistent. And I think it's a really good idea because as a kid, going back to John's Comics with Kids, my brother and I used to play a whole lot of war. Like, we couldn't play a lot of card games, but war was one that we could play. And we had a ton of fun doing it. And that, for me, is what struck a nerve as Matt was kind of pitching the idea to me. It was like, let's have some fun. Let's do something different. And hopefully, like I said before, have a lot of fun. So I think what we wanted to do was to, one, announce the fact that we are going to do this. We are going to now talk about the rules of engagement. And then I think Matt's also going to do a demonstration of this thing. And certainly as we go through this, guys, if you guys have questions, comments, thoughts, this is a very fluid kind of thing that we're trying to do. And so we want your input. So Matt, do you want to jump into to some of the rules here?
Yeah. So I'm looking at the chat, and yeah, Candygram man, if I pulled out an Action 1, I would win. But it's not going to be from our personal collection because, yes, TJ Watson would be the winner all the time. TJ would win every match. Before going to that, TJ now has a new, in my mind, he has like the King of Slabs, all these different nicknames. He is the Slab Dragon. and I give him this nickname because you've seen the room that has his comics in it. They're mountains of slabs, and he is literally a dragon, a slab dragon, just hoarding his books. That's right, the Slab Dragon. You guys are all welcome. That's for you. So yeah, so it's not going to be comics that we already have. So the rules of engagement. So we are going to have a 1-week timeline. So the challenge goes out. I'm going to challenge Reggie. Reggie's going to challenge me. We accept the challenge. We have 1 week from that day to go hunting. And the hunt will consist of a $25 limit. And we are going to do 5 total books. So that way, I mean, you could buy one $20 book and, you know, one like $21 book and four $1 books. So however you want to do it. But 5 books total. You can't have less, you can't have more. So that way it is equal. And that way, obviously, we want to be able to hopefully have more people competing in this comic war. So I think a $25 limit per match seems fairly reasonable. There's no comic age restrictions, so it's not going to be limited to only moderns or only Silver Age. If you can find some Golden Age stuff and somehow manage to sneak that in for a $25 budget, by all means, that works.
More power to you. Good.
Yeah, for sure. I'm reading some of these comments. Smaug the Slab Dragon.
Oh, goodness. Melody's here talking about she wants to use 6 books. That is a DQ.
Yep, you are disqualified. We wanted to make sure that it's also brick and mortar purchases only. That doesn't limit. Well, also, I suppose we talked about this. Garage finds, anything out in the wild is fair game.
So in fairness, like no eBay, right?
Correct.
That's like the big thing. No eBay, no auction sites. I think it also shouldn't be like me buying, grails from Chris for like $1.
Yeah, no cheating. And, we're not going to. I'm not going to have him like, hey, I need to see your receipt.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be on an honor system. We trust each other. Yep. This is all for fun. We're not. I mean, yeah. So integrity based. No personal collection books. You can't pull out. Oh, you can't. He's gonna like pull down his Hulk 181 and be like, I got this for $1 yesterday. We'll know. So once we have our 5 books,
yep,
each contestant is going to, like, for example, I have 5 books here. I would shuffle them. Try to not make as much noise. So shuffled. And then just like a game of war with a deck of cards, we will each display a book. And then I believe we had what? It was a 1-minute round.
Yeah.
So after some trash talking, polite trash talking with good taste, I suppose, each competitor is going to show a comic, and then there will be one round or a 1-minute round where each contestant has 30 seconds to talk about their book and defend their book and why it should win that round. And then it's up to you. It's up to the viewer to determine who is going to win. So I would assume that. Do you think we would have someone who mediates, almost like a referee, perhaps?
Yeah, if we can find somebody that is able to join these things and can actually keep a tally of people's responses and make sure no one votes more than in one time, that kind of thing, I think we should definitely do that.
So yeah, and we'll just go book by book, round by round until there is a winner, which I suppose could potentially happen after just 3 books.
Yeah. So let me also say, Dan Bull, brother, yes, I am a fan of Marvel, but I also like to win competitions. So it will be DC, Image, Valiant. It'll be whatever I can find that I think will win, So there will definitely be some DC books at some point if I can actually identify what a good DC book looks like. I'll have to stretch myself on this one.
Yeah. We Love Comics asked if the judge can accept bribes.
Here's the thing. Matt said it's all fun and games. And it's true. It is all fun and games until there are consequences. And there are indeed some consequences for the loser in this war.
This is true. There are stakes. So after the 5 rounds are done, all the books have been shown, the viewers have chosen, there will be the long box, the comic war champion. And then the winner gets the right to loot that booty.
You can't say that with Chris in the room. You can't say that.
Looting the booty. So the winner gets to take the opponent's books, the 5 books that they picked. So, Reggie, you beat me. And then I have to
Magic order.
Magic order. So Reggie is now the proud owner of Magic Order number 1.
I couldn't see the rest of them. I'll take that Catwoman. That is a gorgeous cover. I'll take it.
So Reggie won, and these 2 books would now be his. And I imagine if this goes well, we'll probably do a couple. Hopefully, we do more than just one episode of these battles. And that way, like, I don't know, maybe like once a month we can ship books to each other. That way we're not shipping every single time. That way to minimize, we're trying to minimize cost. But I think this is a great opportunity for us. I know Reggie preaches this all the time, and it's exactly right that it can be a very lonely hobby. And so by doing this, we're trying to, bring everybody together, have some competition within the community. And so, yeah.
I mean, the other thing is that we have the $25 cap, right? So the $25 cap basically means, in my mind, that we are messing with affordable books. And so it's like anybody at some point, we're going to hopefully open this thing up to other people the way Matt was talking about. And it's not like you have to drop $100 in order to participate, right? You're talking about $25 plus maybe some shipping, right? To be able to actually participate, have a little fun. Maybe you win and get a book, but your commitment also isn't very big, right? And I think the other thing is, for so many of us, what we really enjoy about this hobby is hunting, is going out there and digging through long boxes and short boxes and going to yard sales if your schedule permits and trying to identify those books that are out there in the wild. That is part of what we are trying to celebrate, is that hunt. And part of the hunt is like getting the best book that you can find when you can find it for the least amount of money. And then to the point of community, putting that book out there potentially for someone else to loot that booty, as Matt says.
So eloquently.
So eloquently. Yeah, you got Dan Bull saying the best dollar bean deals. Yeah, pretty much. But it's like, you never know. You never know what you can find out there. You know, I think it was Comics with Bueller actually did a video recently, his 50-cent books. I haven't watched the video, but maybe I should, because it'll give me some ideas of what to keep my eyes open for while I'm out there. But, you know, this will hopefully be fun, you know, and for me, and I think for Matt as well, both of us are a little pressed for time with other commitments and things like that. So it's not like I won't be out there every single day. I will be very focused when I go somewhere to try to score. But, you know, I think it'll be fun. And I think it's also different. And I think, you know, you guys know me, I'm always trying to do something a little bit different versus just, hey, let me show you this, you know, this book that I just picked up, you know?
Yeah, and Who Dat Comics and Movies asked, best dollar bin deals or just have $25 to spend? So you could max out your budget if you wanted to. If every week you wanted to spend all $25, by all means. But if you find 5 books that you think are worthy of the comic war in dollar bins, you could spend $5. And once hopefully this kicks off a little bit and people want to start competing, you know, it'll be up to the people that challenge each other. Like, you know, you don't have to do $25 limit. That's kind of just what we're starting with.
Yeah.
Some could just be like, you know, you have $10, or if you want to go hard in the paint, you know, like $100. You know, I mean, it's there's so much we could do with this, and so I think it'll be a good opportunity and a lot of fun. I'm excited.
And I think there's also a lot of strategy to this thing, right? I mean, there's the strategy of how much do you spend, how little do you spend, you know, where you go, how you optimize your time, what type of books that you get, given that it is going to be audience participation to decide which book is the winner. So there's a little bit of strategy, I think, in playing to the audience and what's hot for the audience. So there's some gamesmanship that'll happen, and definitely there will be some trash talk that will happen, because that's just part of it all, you know?
Right. Yeah, I think you made a great point. I mean, you have people that are really into variant, like, you know, they want that sexy variant cover by Art Germ, or you might have someone that's going to care more about a second appearance of some character that they might like. Yeah. Can we play side bets? I think this will evolve depending on how successful it is, and people are going to come up with their own ideas and put their spin on it. But for now, I think the rules are fairly simple and straightforward. Let's do it.
All right, and I think that's it. I think so. I'm looking through the rules right now. I think everything is all set. I think today is the first day. The gauntlet has been thrown down. The face has been slapped. The die has been cast, and the war has been declared. And we will go out and start hunting, and then regroup. Hopefully, at the same time next week, 7:30-ish, if I can work through my technical issues. Matt, are we going to do the first one on my channel, or are we going to your channel? What's the thought there?
I think we should stick to your channel for the first episode.
Okay.
And then we can kind of alternate and see. But I think since you have this preliminary, the rules of engagement on your channel, it would make sense to have the first battle, the first comic war, also on your channel.
All right, so we'll definitely do a same bat channel, right? Same bat time next week. We will get together and make some magic happen, and it should be fun. So that essentially is like the whole story around the comic war that we are going to start embarking upon. I think now we wanted to take a little bit of time to drink some whiskey, and then also to unbox some books that we happen to have on hand. So I think Matt's got a couple he's going to dig into, and then I'm going to decide what I'm going to open up over here.
Yeah, so some of these books that I...
Chris is asking who sings the national anthem before the game.
It's not me. Actually, Melody can sing it because she actually has quite the voice.
All right, there you go.
Unbox some whiskey. Whiskey Wars. I like it.
I won't play that game. What are you drinking tonight?
Today, I think I found it, man. This has become my go-to. Accent Oak is officially my favorite bourbon whiskey.
Very nice.
So I had an oil change today, and I get there. I had an appointment, and they're like, "It's a 4-hour wait."
Ooh, for an oil change?
Yeah, and if it wasn't Toyota and it wasn't free, I wouldn't do it. But I took the opportunity to Uber to my LCS, and I spent some time hanging out at the Iron Lion Collectibles. And I just picked up a few books, which included 3 of our comic war books. I picked up that Catwoman.
That's nice.
This is amazing. And it's crazy because I also picked up this Supergirl, which has that kind of like foil variant. It's like the foily. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like shiny in some spots and not in others.
Yeah, I see it.
But it blows my mind that it's the same artist. You look at 2 different, completely different styles of art, and I'm so impressed with Art Germ and what he's able to do. So I picked those up, and then this was an example of a book that I would probably pick up for a comic war. This is Justice League number 50, which would be the first appearance of Jessica Cruz as Green Lantern. So she's already been, her first appearance has already happened, all that stuff. This is the first time she is a Green Lantern in the Justice League.
Oh, so here, Comic Addiction is saying he's having trouble uploading his 25-minute video. Uploading it to YouTube, but I don't know that I've ever done a 25-minute video.
I think there is a limit. You can only do 15-minute videos when you first start out. Comic Addiction. That is correct. We love comics.
Yeah, I encountered some issues moving the the 4K video files from my iPad to my Mac for editing, but I've never done a video that long that didn't need to be edited down.
You really keep your videos? Oh, I guess your live shows always go a little bit past 25 minutes, but
Yeah, live shows are long, man. I mean, I've done live shows. The one we did together was what, an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah, we when the whiskey flows, I tend to talk a lot.
Yeah, but when it comes to regular videos, I try to keep those relatively short. The live chats will get a little out of control just because I'll get on here rambling and running my mouth and having a good time and lose track of time, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to open some stuff over there, brother?
I have a feeling this might be more Catwoman number 4. This is just a Midtown Comics box. I have a Green Lantern key that I have sitting from Comic Connect that I haven't opened yet. I don't know why I've been waiting on it. And then I still have I won some books from Pope Grimy, and I guess he thought he sent them late, and I was freaking out. I don't know. Maybe I was worried about him. So he sent me a whole box full of comics, and I still haven't gone through those.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my package just arrived from C. Woodard. My winnings back here sitting. Hey, when did you do that? Oh, that was 5 days ago. The Loot Crate video that you did with Melody.
Yeah, that was a few days ago. That was in Steamboat.
Yeah.
Did you like that video?
I thought she was great.
No. Like, did you throw a thumbs up?
Oh no, I was watching in the car, brother. I haven't had a chance to do that.
So if you see my live video from the other day, I said, if you like the video, thumbs it down, because at 25 thumbs up, she gets to make a video where she puts makeup on my face.
Oh, goodness. Well, you're at 26 now because I just gave you one.
You're dead to me.
I literally just did it.
As long as we don't hit 50, because at 50, I think she gets to wax my back.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm like, how many minutes am I into the video? I'm 18 minutes in because I was driving home and popped it up. And then I watched your Marvel Key unboxing earlier today, too. That was a good one. Just trying to get caught up. Oh, I got your Tony Sanders here. I need to watch that one.
Okay, I must have been drunk when I did this. This is straight up 3 more copies.
Oh, my goodness.
Why did I pre-order 3 copies?
It's a gorgeous book, though, brother.
Oh, I know. I'd probably give some of these away. I like, sometimes I'll tell myself when I buy comics, like speculation books or artwork that I think is going to go up. I'll buy a few of them, and I'll think like, I'm gonna sell these. Maybe make some money, get some money back, buy more books, and I never do.
Yeah.
Like I end up giving books away instead. Like I don't know. It makes me feel bad.
Nothing wrong with that. Chris says it could be worse. You could have 4 copies. All right. So what else you got over there? Anything?
Unless you want me to go grab that Pope Grimy book or box, we can go through that, because you might be able to help me distinguish what they are.
Pop this open while you're doing that.
Okay, I'll go get it.
All right. So this is one of the books that's been sitting on my desk for quite some time. I already know what this book is. It was a book that I picked up, and I had been holding off buying the book because I couldn't find it for a good price. And I actually read the book and was blown away and was like, you know what? I am not waiting any longer. I'm actually just going to go ahead and buy this thing. So I actually luckily did get a decent price on the book. So, and it is a pretty good one if I can get it open out of here. All right. So I was watching a video earlier today, in fact, on this character and trying to better understand his powers. And it is an interesting character. And this is a really nice book.
Is it a Catwoman 4?
That? Funny. No, it is not a Catwoman 4. What it is, though, is Adam, the Legend of the Blue Marvel.
What? I have never seen that before.
Brother, this book is real. It's a 5-part story arc. 6-part story arc. This is number 1, and it is really, really good. So this guy right here, the Blue Marvel, was essentially a black superhero back in the 60s. And he was doing all kinds of crazy stuff, saving people. they found out that he was black, and they basically asked him to retire from being a superhero. So he did. And then, his arch enemy, who happened to be his best friend, reemerged decades later. Then he was, Blue Marvel was called out of retirement to face off against his best friend, ultimately destroyed his best friend. It was just a really, really good story arc. The dude's wife died in the process. I mean, it was a crazy story, but really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this one, and I'd like to get the whole run.
Ooh, wait. So what are his powers? Because Tony Sanders is saying Blue Marvel versus King Hyperion is beast, and Hyperion is a monster.
Yeah, this dude is a antimatter. He's a stable antimatter generator, if I remember correctly. And his buddy, who was caught in the same like antimatter explosion, was like the unstable version, and he was the stable version. So he like generates his own power. He can give off massive amounts of power. He can go into outer space. He can go underwater. He can fly. He's got superhuman speed. I mean, the dude is impressive. He really is. He ages very slowly. He's got I think a healing factor. The guy really is impressive.
So they asked him to retire because he was black, and he was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea."
Yeah, well, it was during like a time where it wasn't cool to be black, and so the dude was worried about racial wars and racial backlash and all that kind of stuff. So he kind of did it for the good of the country. Well, it was a little bit of that, and it was maybe a little bit of him being naive, maybe a little cowardice. I mean, there was a lot of emotion kind of rolled up in there as to why he stopped being a superhero. It is a good read. And I think somebody up there said one of their favorite books. I mean, it really is good. The dude squared off against, what's that guy's name? The Sentry, and knocked the dude into outer space. I mean, he just unloaded on him and knocked the dude in outer space. I mean, he's a beast. He really is. So
yeah, Thomas Churchill is saying he's one of the heavy hitters in the Marvel universe. And when I think of heavy hitters, I think of guys like Hyperion, Captain Marvel, Thor. So that's pretty big.
I'm telling you, dude, it is worth a couple of minutes to read this thing on Marvel Unlimited if you haven't done it. I think the dude, what's his name, Dope Spiel or whatever. I like some of the content that this guy puts out. He actually, Dope Spiel Comics. He actually has a video out with 81,000 views right now, looking at the Blue Marvel, his powers and weaknesses explained. It is actually it's a good video. It's a good video for a good series. So
right. I'm convinced. I will give it a read. Reggie, you're welcome.
I'm a little upset because this book's got a dent in it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Or is it a price? You said you got it for a good price. Is it typically pretty pricey, or?
It is. It is. Because I think there's also limited production on this book as well. But I may have to bite the bullet and pay a little bit more and get one that's not dinged. We Love Comics says, thumb this video up, by the way, everyone. It would certainly be appreciated. All right, Matt, what else you got over there, brother?
All right, so like I said, Pope Grimy, I think this was in Lords of the Long Box. It was Lords of the Long Box, Lords of the Round Table live show, and I answered a question correct about it was a Green Lantern question, so I had to get it right. And he sent me
oh wow,
that stack.
That's crazy.
I think I was only supposed to win one book, but I mean, he's awesome. He sent me like gave me like a little card, and like a Hallmark card that says thank you. Thanks.
I don't know if this defect can be fixed. That's disappointing.
We can only hope.
Yeah, man.
So 2 different stacks.
Chris says all cap line.
Hoard them all. He knows what's up. I bet that's going to be in one of his like speculation videos coming up.
Why I bought 50 copies of Catwoman for?
Because Art Germ draws Catwoman so well. Oh, that's right. DS Comics. It was the Ryan Reynolds question. It was the what actor or actress has played a comic book character from like every single big company. So Marvel, DC, and I believe it was independent. And it's Ryan Reynolds. There was other than BRPD. He was Deadpool and Green Lantern. So like he's been in all of those. And that was what I won. Yo, what?
What'd you get, man? Turn it around.
Okay, hold on.
You're selfish over there.
There's so many books. Some of these are super cool looking. All right, so the first one is an Image book called Southern Bastards,
I've seen that.
And it is signed. Southern Bastards number 10, Charleston variant, signed by Jason Latour. So that's pretty cool. I got this.
I picked up a stack of those not that long ago.
I think this is signed by Scotty Young. This is an Age of Ultron variant.
Oh, that's cool.
That looks like Scotty Young, doesn't it?
That's cool right there.
That is so awesome.
No COA, I'm guessing?
No COA, but I don't mind. I mean, that's actually a pretty cool cover of Ultron.
Oh, no, I was just saying you could, if they didn't have one, you could just Google his signature and see what it looks like.
Yeah. Either way, if he sent me a Scotty Young signed book, that's
cool.
Thank you so much, Poke Grammy. Ooh, we all know I love me some Darkseid because he is so much better than Thanos.
Shoot, you are.
Darkseid Oversized Special number 1. Ooh, I actually love this cover. I've seen this. This is the Brave and the Bold Batman and Wonder Woman number 1 from DC Rebirth, and it is super nice.
Oh, that is sick.
I am not too sure who did the art on that. I got a Motherlands number 1 from Vertigo.
Never heard of that one.
Neither have I. So it's a number 1, so I guess I'll get the opportunity to read it. And this is kind of weird. This is a number 1. Infinity Warp's Soldier Supreme. Number 1. And look at this guy's like, it's like he's Doctor Strange. He's obviously the Sorcerer Supreme, but
oh yeah, I've heard a little bit about that one. I've seen that before.
Look at that face. Look at this big old handlebar stash. Anybody giving us some insight on what these books are?
Brett, how you doing? Oh no, he didn't. I don't know what Chris is talking about. Diamond is all screwed up. Sorry to take off. Los, we'll see you later, brother. Los did a really good video for my contest. It was awesome.
I still need to make a video for your contest.
Oh, no worries, brother.
Jeez, I cannot believe how many books he sent me.
Kingpin comment says those books don't count. You are correct, Kingpin. Those are gifts, not purchases.
Yes, acts of kindness are not allowed in the comic war.
JD says Infinity Warps. Soldier Supreme is a 2-issue. Somebody can. Aquaman and Shazam is their last hope.
All right. Cool. Okay, so we got some I'm excited because these are a lot of like first issues that I can start reading some different stuff. This is Witchblade number 1.
Nice.
From Image Comics. This is a comic that I've read and I hate it. It's Mystic U from DC. That is my girl Zatanna on the front, and it's terrible.
I thought everything with Zatanna was great.
It's man, it's like so in this first issue, her dad literally gets like pulled into hell because she screwed up a spell. And instead of worrying about her dad, she gets like taken to some magic school, like magic mystic university, and is going to school and learning about magic. And she never thinks about her dad, who is in hell. And I don't know, it's weird to me.
So did he get out of hell?
No, I think they canceled it. Am I frozen on your screen? Oh, I'm not. I didn't hit live. Oh, there I am. This is a cool one. I've never seen this. This is American and Mythology Mature Eternal Thirst of Dracula.
Check that out. Who makes that?
I don't know. I think American Mythology. Here is The Evil Within, the Interlude, #1. Use some. I like this because these are all books that I have never heard of before. I agree, Brett. The Mystic U could have been so good. You know, Zatanna in college or like university. It could have been amazing. But instead, it was terrible.
Whitewell Comics is asking if anyone is excited as he is about Marvel putting out a book about black metal band. I don't know, buddy.
I don't even actually know what black metal band is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Is it their version of like DC's Black Label?
No. So We Love Comics, I have not picked up a Golden Age book, brother. Not a single one. I did look at some really cool original art the other day, though. I don't know if you saw that video. Hold me back. Yeah, I did look at some really nice original art, though.
All right, last few books. Got a Jessica Jones #1 from Marvel Now.
That's cool.
It's a nice cover. And then a Jessica Jones #13.
Yeah, I've seen both of those covers. Very nice.
And then I got a bunch of those Milk Wars. I don't know if you saw these covers. They're pretty cool. This is Milk Wars, Doom Patrol, Justice League of America. I always think it's funny with like the Milkman up here looking like Superman.
Brother, I thought you said Paw Patrol at first. That's how close. Yeah. I was like, oh, shoot, you got Paw Patrol?
You've been hanging out with your kids too much.
Yeah, TS Comics, I have not bitten on any of those books. You keep telling me about them, and I do go look. I just have not purchased one of them.
That was actually part 5 of the series. He gave me all 5 parts. Here's #1, the Doom Patrol and Justice League of America as well.
It's the Milkman.
#2 is Milk Wars, Mother Panic, and Batman. That's a really weird picture of Batman. This, like the book he's holding, says Book of Batmanners. And he's got like a priest outfit on. It's kind of creepy.
A little bit.
And then Milk Wars Part 3, Shade, the Changing Girl, mixed with Wonder Woman. That's it, man. Pope Grimy, you hooked it up. I got a lot of reading to do.
So black metal is a sub-genre of metal. And the What If Ghost Rider this week is centered around a black metal band in some way. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Bat Lives Matter. You're a nut, Chris. All right, so we're gonna do a quick recap and then we're gonna get ourselves out of here. I got a couple of things that I need to get to. We just announced that we are doing a comic war, Thanatos Comics versus RegieCollects. We are basically going to square off, declaring comic book war. If you guys have ever played the game of war as a kid, it is the exact same concept, except we are going to be using comic books to do it. We are going to go on a hunt with a $25 limit for identifying 5 books, no more, no less, 5 books for a $25 limit. We are going to meet up 1 week from today, square off, shuffle our comics, and then we are going to flash them to the screen and basically allow you guys to identify who is the winner of the 5 different rounds. At the end of those 5 rounds, the winner gets to pick 2 books from the loser's stack of 5 books. And after about a month, whatever winnings have been exchanged will be mailed to the winner, to the loser. The books will go out, and that will be how we are going to play that. Matt, did I miss anything in that very brief recap of Comic War?
Nope, I think you got it all right. 5 comics, $25, no comic age restrictions, no eBay auction sites, all integrity based. Let's have a lot of fun. 1 week from today, let's do this next Monday.
We are going to square off and meet back here. Hopefully you guys can join us. It should be a lot of fun. At the very least, you will probably see some fun books. You will probably see Matt drink some scotch and me drink some coffee. Chris will hopefully be here cracking jokes on us the whole time. So there you go. It's a fun-filled evening for everybody. All right. All right, Matt, any outros you want to deliver? Any videos you're releasing this week that you want to give people a heads up on?
I am pretty far behind on uploading videos. I got a lot of footage that I need to put together. But I mean, if you haven't checked out my Loot Crate and Comic Haul unboxing that Melody and I did at Steamboat, that was the first time she did a guest appearance on my channel, and she's hopefully the reception is good, so people will want to see her more instead of this face. And then I did a quick unboxing of my eBay Bucks purchase the other day, so go check that out. You can find me on my Instagram at Thanatos_comics, and then my YouTube name is pretty much the exact same. And thank you so much, Reggie, for having me on your channel. Thank you for being open-minded and wanting to do this. Thank you, Comics with Bueller, for giving me the permission to kind of like take your idea and make my own spin on it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Thank you for giving me a chance to do this. I mean, I think it's fun. I think it's going to be different. And so we'll see how it goes. And hopefully if it goes well, if people are receptive to what we're trying to do, maybe we will expand it and invite other people to participate. So I'm trying to get on a better schedule of releasing videos instead of it being a little bit more impromptu. And what I'm trying to do is to basically release 3 pre-recorded videos a week. I'm going to be releasing videos Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week, and then I will try to go live either Friday or Saturday of this week. And then, as you heard, I'll be going live Monday with Matt, and I'll also be releasing videos next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm trying to get into a little bit of a rhythm here with releasing videos and also when I go live to allow more people to join. And I think just being predictable, I think, helps people. So stay tuned for those videos because they are going to be dropping tomorrow around 3:30 Pacific time. That's like my time. 3:30 is when it's going to come out. You guys can find me here, of course, and certainly on Instagram at RegieCollects. And if you need to send me an email, like a few people have already sent me emails as I've been sitting here, the email is RegieCollects@gmail.com. And Matt, thank you again, brother, for joining. Thank you for allowing me to share in this great idea. And then thank you to everyone out there for spending a little bit of time with us. We hope that you guys like this idea. We hope that you like this video, and certainly come back and join us and hang out next week, same time, same day. All right, Matt, anything else, brother?
That's it, man. Thank you guys, everybody, for hanging out with us for the past, I don't even know how long, but I appreciate it. And again, thanks for having me, Reggie.
For sure. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.